I'm Cath.
And Cath is still in London. I'm still in West Palm Beach.
And you can
Please,
tell,
everyone, like and subscribe to our channel. We love what we do, and we would love to bring it to you. So please like and subscribe and share any episodes that you really enjoy.
mm,
Right, Cath?
absolutely, absolutely. That's the way we all move forward, right? And we all
Yeah.
learn something and we can all sharing is caring. Didn't we learn that as kids?
Yeah. Speaking of learning, we're talking today about different writing styles and how I was just reading a book recently, and it's just so perfumey. Like, I love the language, and it's just so descriptive. I mean, we were in a garden, and I mean, every flower was described with jewels and lusciousness, and just down to the grass and the dew and the, I mean, it was just, I was taken back by this enormity of this garden. I don't even know if it really has anything to do with the storyline. Just the author just got really just wrapped up in just giving us this amazing
Wow.
descriptions, and it was breathtaking. There was moonlight, and there was, I mean, the fragrance of the flowers, and you were just transported there. But it's just not how I write.
Maybe you should read it. Can you read? Can you find that little section and read it for
Oh, I
us?
don't even know if I could, because I think it was towards the beginning. So
Okay,
maybe it'll be a different episode.
maybe.
But
Uh,
I loved it. I loved every moment that I was there. I just, as I was reading it though, and I finished it, I was thinking, like, I don't think I ever could write like that. It's just not how I write, you know.
mm,
And
mm.
it kind of, like, I was doing this horrible, like, comparison thing where I was like, I'm just not a great writer. I've never
Stop
read.
it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're a
Never
different
read like that.
writer. That's what makes it so interesting because we have to have different writers for different readers,
Yes,
don't
true.
we?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
different writing for
Yeah,
different projects.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
don't write the same when you're writing in your children's picture books, right?
I would hope not. No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No way. Especially even from genre to genre, like, my fantasy versus my psychological thriller versus the contemporary women's
Mm,
fiction that I'm writing. They're all so different. But I mean, across the board though, in the scheme of my writing, I'm not a very, like, descriptive, flowery writer. Like, when it came to even my fantasy that's on sub, like, it was really hard for me to really world build, because I'm just like I see the world and I can visualize it, but, like, I'm the kind of person that's like, there was a still staircase and she took it. I don't go into, like, the gleaminess of the the teeth of the, I don't know. I just don't. It's just not, like, in me to, like, give it all to you. Like, I give it to you, but it's
you,
more of, like, I guess I make the reader work.
that's it. Make the reader work and allow, better said.
Yeah.
Allow the reader to work because most readers, well, maybe not. No, no, there are a group of readers that want to work. I'm one of those readers. I don't want you to tell me everything. I
Yeah.
want to uh, ask my own questions. I want to make up. So if you say there's a shiny staircase,
Yeah.
it's in my mind. And the
Yeah. It
minute you
was.
start describing it, I'm like, oh, but that's not the way I saw it.
I think she describes it as a steel escalator, of stairs, and then it's called the SSS. But I don't really go into, like, a lot of description about it. That it's just that you have to jump on and jump off, and I think there's a plane of glass that separates the two sides. But I mean, that's pretty much all she says about that. As she's traveling up it. So.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Other author may have spent, like, 2 or 3 pages, like, describing, just even the entryway of it, because it's supposed to be this
mm.
big grand, like, station. But she doesn't really say anything like that. She just says there's a big arch, and I don't know. I'm like, where I spend a lot of my quality time, and my creativity is more in the dialogue and the character their inner thoughts and their
And
introspection.
what's funny, even though we are both in two very different genres, we seem to write pretty closely. Uh, I'm all about dialogue. I like to hear my story. I like my story to move along fast. And it's
Yeah.
very rare that I will have a scene where things sort of slow down enough that I can look at the blades of grass or the types of trees or the things like that. So I make that more of a treat than the meal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
So
And
I'm about get it going, get people talking, get things happening, looking, just not telling too much because I like my reader to be able to imagine, I suppose, because that's the way I like to read.
yeah,
I wonder if that's why we write the way we write,
I
the way
don't
we
know.
read.
I guess it's I mean, I do like to read. If I find a book that has like that fast pace, like I call my book, the locomotive. Like it just, it's just like a racing train, and you have to catch it because it's not going to slow down for you. And I tend to write that way throughout all my genres. So it doesn't. I think it's just my style. But I actually kind of love that kind of book. Like I thought Sadie was like that, was sort by Courtney Summers.
Mhm.
She ended up winning the Y'all's Award, which is the YA award for that book. But it was just so fast paced, and I mean, it gave me like a neck burn. But I loved it. I absolutely love that.
Wait,
Like
wait,
to me,
wait, wait, wait. What's a neck burn? I love that.
my neck just snapped back.
Oh, I like that.
But I love that kind of book. I feel like Kathleen Glassglow, she wrote A Girl in Pieces. She writes like that as well. Where the Wilder Girls was by Rory was really like that too. So I think that I just like that style. And so I
Hmm.
think that's kind of why I adopted that style. But I think that's kind of how I've always written. So
Okay, that's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
but I do like to read flowery sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't. I write. I intentionally, when I do my revision, I do put like gems, like really beautifully written prose here and there. A lot of times it won't even come from my main character. Sometimes it comes from a different character.
Ah, that's perfect. So when you say you put a piece in, are you talking about maybe a sentence, maybe uh, a paragraph, or
Sometimes it's just a sentence. Like I
good?
mean, when Margaret, she goes into the new world, she says it's like a kaleidoscope wonder of color. And to me, like I just thought that was really beautifully written. And then the character sitting next to her kind of goes into like more of the hues of the color and stuff, and like
Mm-hmm.
what they. So it's like I kind of like set it up for the
Mm.
character to go into, but it's not. It's just not where I sit. I don't sit in that descriptive, you know, land of like I'm gonna give you like oh gosh, like VC Andrews. Like I read VC Andrews growing up my whole life, and oh my gosh, that woman can talk about a brown carpet for like 4 pages. I always say that about her, but she is really great with keeping tension alive too. But she has this really great, she had unfortunately she's passed, but she did have this amazing gift of like tension and description. So maybe one day I'll get there. I'll be able to do both. I don't know.
For sure, for sure. I
Yeah,
sometimes watch my husband read, not that he reads much, and he will flick through 3, 4 pages at a time because he says, "Oh, they're just describing this and that. I don't care. I want to go to the action." I'm like, oh, somebody spent a long time putting
yeah.
that stuff in the book, but
Yeah, and it maybe it's good for someone. I mean, there are people I think that really
yeah,
love that and they love for you to just to spoon feed them like what
yeah,
what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like. And I
true.
do love to put the senses in there. I do it in just really small bites.
Yeah.
And I use that theory that I guess because that's what I'm a YA reader too. I'm a
Mm.
writer. So a lot of YA is like, it's like too we're almost
Yeah,
out of time.
we're out of time. So why don't you drop a comment? Tell us what you like, how you like to read, how you like to write, and join us again at Right Away After Party. Bye.